Welcome back to Deal Unboxing, and today we're going to review Qnap's TS-230 2-bay NAS. This is the company's new entry-level yet feature-rich NAS solution. So in this review we are going to go over the features, specs, benchmarks, and also do a teardown of this NAS. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy the review. Also please subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for notifications for the future videos. Let's first do a quick unboxing and see its contents. The unit comes with a NAS system, 65-watt external power supply, an Ethernet cable, screws for hard drive, and bracket for 2.5-inch drives, and a quick start guide. Now let's look at the specs. The NAS is powered by a 64-bit quad-core 1.4 GHz processor, 2 GB RAM, 4 GB flash. It can accept 2.5-inch and 3.5-inch SATA drives up to 18 TB each for total storage of 36 TB. It supports multiple file systems, RAID configuration including RAID 0, RAID 1, JBOD, Basics, and more. The NAS measures 7.4-inch by 3.5-inch by 6.1-inch and weighs only 4.3 pounds without the hard drives. On the front of the NAS there's a power button, LED status indicator for hard drive and network, and there's a USB port and a USB copy button. And in the back there's a single fan that keeps the internal hardware and drives from overheating. And also there's a single 1 GB LAN port, one USB 2 port, two USB 3.2 Gen 1 port, and a power supply connection. Now let's talk about installation and performance. Qnap TS-230 can support 2.5-inch hard drive and 3.5-inch hard drives. For this setup, we are using a pair of Seagate IronWolf 4 TB NAS drives. IronWolf hard drives are an excellent choice for NAS setups and comes with 3-year warranty. They're extremely reliable, great performance, and low power consumption. In order to install the hard drives, you have to open the top panel off. By opening the screw in the bottom, just slide the top panel off. Installing hard drive is quick and easy, and Qnap provides screwless mounting option. Just align the drives against the mount and secure it with the mounting clips. Then align the hard drive SATA and power connector correctly with the back plate and slide the drive carefully in the mounting bracket and make sure it is secured. The TS-230 uses Qnap's excellent QTS operating system. It is a web-based OS that makes the configuration and managing it extremely easy. I attach the NAS to my router, power it up, then download the QFinder Pro software from the Qnap's website. The software will scan your network and find the NAS for you. Select the NAS or double-click on the icon and it will open the web setup for you. First, you will be prompted to set up NAS server name, admin account, and set up password. Then just follow the instructions to complete the initial setup. And then select the RAID or JBOD volume and let the drive verification process run overnight, and next morning it was ready for testing. You can use a Qnap while it's running its verification, but it may affect your performance. And also we'll play a 4K video file and 1080p file from the NAS to see how its hardware handles media streaming. We are going to play a 4K 60 frames per second MP4 video clip from the NAS to see how the CPU will handle 4K streaming. For this test, I have my iPhone 8 Plus and iPhone 6 Plus connected to the NAS using Qnap's app. And we're going to play 4K file on both phones at the same time to see how NAS will perform with multiple users playing video files. So let's get started. Here, as you can see, you have an option to play the 4K video file in its original resolution, or you can play with different resolution. We will play the original 4K resolution to see how Qnap performs. To my surprise, CPU handled very well the 4K video playback from multiple sources. The CPU utilization stayed close to 30% and RAM around 40%, which is a great performance. Also, network utilization stayed around 15 megabytes per second. Now for the next test, we are going to play a 1080p Full HD media file from multiple phones to see how well Qnap handles multiple 1080p streaming. Again, Qnap CPU handled the multiple 1080p stream without any problem, with plenty of free resources available. CPU stayed close to 3% and RAM close to 40%. This is a great performance by consumer level Qnap and Seagate IronWolf NAS hard drives. Qnap also did a great job with the cooling solution. The rear fan airflow also helps the cooling of the CPU heatsink, and during our testing, I hardly heard the fan noise and NAS temperature stayed under control. When it comes to upgradability, your options are none. You cannot upgrade RAM or any other component. Now let's review the Qnap's QTS operating system and setup options. The admin center has a very clean interface. When you first log in, you will see the tiles, control panel, file station, app center, help center, and other options. You will also be presented with the firmware update if there's any. The process is very simple, and it will automatically install the firmware and reboot the system. The new firmware brings some improvements, so highly recommend updating it. Control panel provides you all the system settings, where you can set up general settings, hardware information, firmware update, and more. Here you also have an option to create users, groups, manage access for local and domain users. Network file services will provide ton of options to configure, followed by the applications options, for example LDAP server, antivirus, SQL, web server, syslog server, TFTP server, and more. File station also will provide to create share folder and more. Storage and snapshot will allow you to configure storage pools, create volumes, and take snapshot of your storage. Also, it will allow you to configure RAID, JBOD, and other configuration options. The App Center has hundreds of apps to choose from. These apps includes Qnap branded or third-party apps. As you install these apps, you can add them to your desktop along with other programs. But just keep in mind, more apps you install, the more RAM will be utilized, and it can affect the performance of the NAS. There's also a system health window on the right side of the screen. It shows hardware information, CPU, RAM, and LAN usage. Also disk information, Qnap's hardware temperature, health information, and scheduled tasks and latest information from Qnap. Moving on to the storage and snapshot, here you can check your hard drive information, speed, temperature, and capacity. In my configuration, I have two 4TB hard drives configured as JBOD, and selecting Qnap driveway will allow you to show the disk information. You can also run hard drive performance tests from within the Qnap, sequential speed, IOPS, and more. There are plenty of configuration options available in the Qnap QTS operating system, which is an A+ in my opinion, to keep consumers and advanced users happy. Qnap also offers mobile apps to configure all the settings from the apps. Also, you can back up phone pictures to the NAS, access your files, and play multimedia files using these apps. Let's do the final summary. The Qnap TS-230 is an excellent NAS for home user looking for personal cloud or local storage to either back up their data or share photos or use it as a multimedia streaming server for 1 to 5 users max. It performs extremely well in all those categories and priced around $150 for 2 GB model. The NAS's ability to handle multimedia 4K files and 1080p streams is a great plus point. The NAS's ability to handle multimedia 4K and 1080p streams, great read and write speeds, Plex server compatibility, and AI-powered QMACI app to streamline photo management and more. On that basis, I highly recommend Qnap TS-230 NAS to anyone who is in the market for affordable NAS with excellent performance and great set of apps. Let me know what you guys think of Qnap TS-230 NAS in the comments below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for notifications for the future videos. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.